Why Gen Z will cause chaos as adults. Gen Z is the most protected generation yet. A lot of Gen Z have lived the most privileged lives of people ever to live on Earth. But they seem to be obsessed with feeling like they are oppressed or hard done by. Gen Z is the most accepting generation but also the most hateful one. They are the most accepting toward LGBTQ and the least racist. But they are stubborn to the point they don't understand how little their opinion matters if they aren't ready to listen to other people's opinion. Because the Western world has become so developed in the last 50 years, new generations don't have to worry about disease and survival, they instead can worry about social justice and politics. The best example is the USA in the 1950s. It was the best time to be American when your quality of living is so high it allows you to review yourself as a person and as a society. In the 1950s this caused the new gens to want to fight for civil rights. The poor don't worry about politics, they worry about survival. Gen Z is essentially the opposite. Gen Z has become so politically active to the point that it is basically a war of words whenever any sort of political or social topic comes up in conversation. Gen Z is dangerous as they are so divided. The morals they will teach their kids will be so different that the division will only get worse in future gens. It's almost a trend with them to be hateful toward a group in society, whether it's men or straight people etc. The problem isn't what the opinions are, and less racist etc., it's how divided it makes people. People expect others to agree with you even though you've lived completely different lives and had different experiences. Much of Gen Z is so far in the rabbit hole of the group they identify with that they forget how diverse society is and start seeing members of other groups only through their stereotypes. Many see race as a more important factor in socializing than the person's personality. In short, Gen Z understands more about race, gender, sexuality than any other generation. But most use it to hate on other groups and cause division rather than encourage understanding. If we become more divided, racism, homophobia, sexism will only get worse. My advice to fellow Gen Zs is, a valuable opinion is formed through experience and reasoning. Arguing with friends or online about society will only work if you both come together at the end and reason with one another. Hate only leads to more hate.